as you can see, this is my entry for 2023. We have horse chestnut on the left and plum on the right. I'm just taking these down to mostly round. I've chosen the horse chestnut because I think that's slightly more figure than the plum, but we'll see in a bit. I'm going to send this up the chuck just because it's a bit more stable. This is me chickening out and doing the short end first. I'm somewhat making this up as I'm going along, as I'm sure you will have already gathered. Thought we might try adding a bit of decoration here with some burn lines. I think it helped. And this is the hole in the end for the hanger wire. And this is the 8mm sizing spanner. As long as you're careful with that, it works quite well. So this is just 120 or 180, I can't quite remember, but I did work through all the way through the grit, so I just won't show you them all. This is the wood wax 22 going on. I had already added some sand and sealer also, just bringing it up to a nice polish, and then we can part off and try and catch it as well, which was just a surprise. There we go, the easy bit done. That is my cut line. I had a plan, but it was a bit loose and could have been better. And I also chickened out on going really fine on some of these diameters, just for the simple fact that I wasn't brave enough. That's the simple answer. Now what I have done, although I haven't shown it, is actually sanded, sand and sealed, and then waxed that first end, while there's plenty of support there for what I wanted to do. Probably because it was such a still quite a thick spindle, I probably didn't need to, but I was just being on the safe side of things. Now I have sped most of this video up because I don't want to stretch it out too far. Some of them were a couple of times. There are a couple of bits that have gone really fast, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to do with this. Again, this is the little tenant being formed. And I had a few burnt accents as well. And I've already sanded and sealed, so just applying a bit more wood wax 22. This came up with a lovely shine, although unfortunately it doesn't really show up. I'm going for the double now, see if I can catch both. And yes, there we go. Now for the body of my ornament. We've gone back to the laser engraver, stroke cutter. This is all inspired by watching or seeing a Christmas ornament done with a sea urchin, which looked fantastic, but I fancied having a go with this, like this. You will see. Obviously, what you see here will be doubled because there are two halves to it, but I'm not going to bore you with showing you everything there. It's great when it drops out like that. Just means that it's cut through without you having to try cutting fiddly bits out. Now this is what it will look like once it's all glued together. I'm not gluing it together here, I'm just trying to show how fiddly it can be, but more just what it will eventually look like. That is a 2-inch or a 50mm diameter disc, and the pieces are, I think they're about 1 inch tall overall, I think. As you can see, I'm having to use tweezers, more so that you can see what I'm doing without my great big paws being in the way of it all. So once it's glued together, there's two of them and they get glued together, so then I decided to add a little bit of colour. Again, this is Hampshire Sheen burnt orange, I think, if I remember correctly. Oh, there we go. I didn't want too heavy a colour, I just wanted a colour. And this is the pear green, which was a smaller version I did while I was trying to get the right size. And there you go. Subtle colour, I think, is the choice of word I would go with. So now we glue it all together. And this is the eyelet that goes in the end with a bit of super glue. I'm trying to do this around the camera so that I can see what I'm doing and still show you what is going on. So it's a bit fiddly. And then a little bit of activator just to help. Right, so there we go. That is what I was trying to achieve. Oops. And the other one, oh, the other one is there.
The idea is inspired by sea urchin shells, where people like to do these. Let's see what we can do with a laser engraver and a lathe. I'm very pleased with them. They're very unusual, so hopefully you will have enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. So take care. Thanks very much. Jeff.